I make the following statement regarding the matter of privilege raised yesterday in the House by the member for Florey.
Parliamentary privilege refers to those special rights and immunities which apply to the Houses of Parliament, their committees and their members, and which are considered essential for the proper operation of the Parliament. The most recognised privilege is the freedom of speech privilege. A matter of privilege refers to any act or omission complained of which obstructs or impedes the House, its committees or members in the performance of their functions or the discharge of their duties. A complaint on being raised with the Speaker about a Member of Parliament receiving a bribe to influence the member's conduct on a vote in the House would constitute a matter of privilege.
Well, matters of privilege, a very important part of the way in which the House functions, and they're not necessarily so well understood. The important point always to bear in mind, and for the Speaker particularly, is that the proceeding of the House should not be inhibited. And that's really at the core of the whole reason for the privilege. Important to understand as well that the privilege is the privilege of the people of South Australia, the electors who have elected their representatives to come and participate in the Parliament. And it's in their interest that the proceedings of the Parliament should not be inhibited. And so if a member stands up to raise a matter of privilege, they're really raising a matter that, if not addressed, will inhibit the proper functioning of the Parliament. And so it's for me as Speaker to determine, firstly, is this a matter that needs to be dealt with as a matter of privilege? And if so, it takes precedence and needs to be dealt with before all other matters of regular business. So I bear in mind that core principle, which is that the Parliament is enabled and empowered to be free from any inhibition. Members ought to be able to bring to the Parliament any matter and speak freely about it, and the business of the House should not be disrupted or inhibited. So those are important matters for deliberation of the Speaker, and they're not infrequently raised. And so usually when a matter of privilege is raised, there's a certain amount of information that's provided immediately, and as Speaker I can get to grips with the nature of the matter. But as often as not, it may be desirable to receive other information subsequent to the matter being raised, and for me to go away, come back to this room and go through that material, consider it for some time, maybe some hours, and come back to the House subsequently later in the day. But in all respects, these are matters of importance for the reasons that I've explained, and also they're matters of some practical urgency. And so in the dynamic of everything else that's going on in the House, that's a matter that the Speaker needs to get onto pronto and get to grips with, and then be able to then act on. Well, I have the opportunity, like we all have, to have those standing orders with me in the chamber and in the course of the debates over the 2 years that I've, more than 2 years now that I've been in the chamber. So there's a general familiarity with the standing orders that comes along over time, and then the particular standing orders that apply to privilege are then in the focus on a matter of that nature. It's not just the standing orders though, there's also precedent, if you like, and perhaps practice is a better way to describe it. I'm assisted by reference to decisions of previous speakers and by texts that talk about practice principles. And so, like lots of things that happen in the chamber, the subject matter might be covered to some extent by the standing orders. There's generally some assistance that can be drawn from the Hansard, previous decisions of speakers, and from the texts that talk about what's been done in this parliament and other parliaments.